Everybody runs. But who will escape the night?
Oh man, what a fun trailer. There we go. Say hello, guys. What a fun trailer, man. I mean, what was it like putting together a second series for something that you created?
It was amazing just because I had so much more that I wanted to do. And I mean, it's a show about YouTubers. So the fact that I got to recast with a bunch of my other friends was a lot of fun. And just like the unknown of like how they were going to react, like different YouTubers, different situations. I hope to do more.
So how did you, what was the selection process? Was it, you know, part people you knew, some people you didn't? What was the reach out like?
Well, after season 1 was a lot harder to get people attached to just because they're like, what are you trying to get us into?
Take us into a mansion.
Yeah. And then this one was easier just because, I mean, one, I really only reach out to people that I know, and two, like, season 1 people had something to base it off of. So it was pretty much just me reaching out to people. I reached out to everyone to see if they were interested. Some people, you know, didn't respond to me.
Call them out right now. Shout them out.
And then I'm so happy with the cast this season. Like it was very different from season 1, which at first, filming, I was like, what is going on? My season's ruined. Just because season 1, everyone took everything a little more serious, where this season, people were joking a lot more. And I didn't like the jokes at first because I was like, take it seriously, be scared and angry and all these
like
things.
An Anne Rice serious sort of,
You're not feeling the right emotions. And it would kind of take us out of the moment here and there, but I'm happy with the comedy aspects because I think it helped the show. Yeah,
and everybody played off each other really well. I mean, was that chemistry there before? Did you guys get to hang out before, or was there any sort of group dinners or group?
No. We all pretty much just met on the first day, like all together. Most of us knew each other before, but I don't think as a group we all got together. But filming, it was tough because it was finding the dynamic between the group, and there was a lot of talking over each other at first, and it was hard to get your point across because as you're talking, someone else is going in with their ideas, and it was a lot. So as people got killed off, it became more quiet.
Is anybody ever like bitter they got killed off? I mean, was there any arguments about like, okay, it's your time or it's your time?
No, I think it was mostly just people wanted to. They wouldn't really mean it, but they'd be like, because we're filming in the middle of the night and it gets tiring, and you know it's really exhausting because you're filming for multiple nights. You're outside. You're doing a lot. You're running out of energy. So people are like, I want to die. Like,
it's
just
like a normal like work gripe to have. Oh, just kill me now. I'm out of here. Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah. So
who in the cast had you known the longest, and who were you excited to work with finally after years of knowing each other? I'm sure.
I think Tyler Oakley. Yeah. I think I've known him the longest, and he loved season 1. So I think I wanted him to be in the first season, but he was gone filming something else. So I was like, you have to be in season 2. And he was like, I need to. So that worked out. But a lot of them, I think were just like new friendships, like Liza Koshy. I love her so freaking much. I don't think I really hung out with her before then. We met at YouTube Rewind, and then we met on set, and I just fell in love with her. I think I'm straight now.
I mean, how'd you come up with the plot? It's so fun. I mean, you have like cryptexes and clues and that sort of thing. It seems like it'd be really fun to concept that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have a really crazy head. I don't know. It just comes so naturally to just think of all these crazy situations and scenarios and characters. It's my favorite thing to do. But I mean, it all started from just being inspired by Clue, especially with season 1. I wanted to do like a more modern version of what Clue would be like, but also staying in the past, because I love playing with the eras. Because when do you ever see YouTubers dress up in the 20s or Victorian era? So it's just a very unique show.
Yeah. What was the wardrobe situation like? I mean, was it difficult to come up with like, I want that jacket, I want inspiration for this? I mean, what was your sort of blueprint for that?
I mean, it's all just based off the era, so I kind of let the wardrobe people just take a bunch of stuff, and then each person has like 4 outfits to choose from. And yeah, it was just kind of like what the YouTuber felt comfortable in, and also just like what looked coolest.
I mean, you have like all-out fight scenes going down the middle. I mean, these guys, this is like YouTubers not used to the stuff like that. So was there any sort of like bloopers or extras you guys put into like a DVD or something people can look out for?
A DVD?
Yeah,
Is that still a thing?
On YouTube or something. Sorry, I'm old.
What's a DVD? I think we're doing a behind the scenes episode. I think it might be episode 13 because there's 10 episodes. One's coming out on Wednesday. Oh, wow. That's the 9th episode, and then 10, and then there'll be 2 bonus episodes. One's like behind the scenes of like the cast, and then there's one about all the monsters and just the creation and the special effects makeup with that. So I think there was one where Andrea is being dragged away by one of the vampires, and she hit her head on the door. The vampire was dragging her and smacked her head. So that's one of the bloopers, but yeah, there was some of those moments for sure.
Yeah. And what can people look forward to at the end? Are they going to be surprised? I mean, can you tease them a little about this season? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many conspiracy videos on YouTube, which I love. I love like reading them and watching them. But yeah, there's definitely a twist at the end. So
it's like the greatest conspiracy you read out there.
That Liza Koshy's not dead. She's dead.
Come back.
she's not coming
you
back.
You heard it here, exclusive.
Yeah.
She's actually dead.
Yeah.
What's it like to be part of something like YouTube for so long and see the evolution and then release a series through? I mean, it's crazy. You have full-on special effects. It's like high-quality definition. I mean, what's it like to have started so early? And
it's really cool. Like you just said, like I've been on here for over 10 years, and the fact that now YouTube's backing a project of mine is really cool, and I'm so glad that it's been really successful, that I've gotten 2 seasons, and I really do hope that I get to do more. It's the funnest show that I've ever worked on, and all the YouTubers who've been on it are like, this has been the funnest project I've ever worked on. Like, you have to bring me back for like an all-star season, and I'm like, well, hopefully I can first get a 3rd season, then we'll talk all-stars.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, what was it like when you were first starting out? I mean, did you ever envision it turning into something like this? I mean, why did you first get into it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a person who dreams big. So, like, I always wanted to do big projects like this. It was just a matter of, like, finding the right resources and having people to back me up to be able to, fit what my brain really wanted to achieve.
Yeah. I mean, that you shared that authenticity so often. I mean, that's something that I think people really crave from you. I mean, what was it like to find that? When did you first realize, I can be honest here. I can share my daily thoughts and connect with an audience?
That was, I think, maybe like 4 years ago, or maybe more than that. I don't know how long I've been daily vlogging for, but basically, before I started daily vlogging, I was kind of doing like more like skits and music videos. I wasn't really a personality. I was just kind of like almost like an actor, I guess you could say. It wasn't until I started doing the daily stuff that I realized the connection between me and my audience could grow so much bigger if I was vlogging and kind of showing a more in-depth look at my life instead of like playing a character. So I think it was then that I realized, and that's also when my channel really blew up and started growing.
Yeah. I feel like actors usually now they're getting into Twitter, they're getting into YouTube, they're getting into the sharing daily sort of events, and you were a bit of ahead of the curve on that. I mean, what's sort of the tip you would have for people who are trying to connect with an audience or try to connect people through social media? What's something you try to go for on a daily basis? You don't want to give away your secrets, or?
Yeah, I can't give away my secret sauce, otherwise I'd be out of a job. I don't know. I mean, it sounds cliche, but just being yourself, like, it wasn't until like I was finally just being my weird self and just coming up with all my weird quirks that people really started finding a connection to and seeing the genuine authenticity that I had in my videos. So it sounds dumb, but really it's just that.
Yeah. And you recently went back home to Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts as well.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
You were working on like an ice cream. What's it like to go back home after obviously accomplishing so much in LA and then getting to like run an ice cream truck for a day and affecting young girls' lives and affecting people's lives so much?
It's so strange. I it's weird. It's weird coming back, and I feel like I suppressed a lot of memories, not bad ones, but just memories in general. Like coming back here and just seeing where maybe I used to live, or like old stomping grounds, and just kind of like remembering where my mindset was back then, and just the dreams that I had to see them, like to know that they've come true, and just I don't know, it's really cool and humbling.
And do you remember what you were looking for inspiration back then as far as actors? I mean, you obviously want to do more acting. You obviously want to create more. I mean, who are like your ideals? Who are like your idols in the acting world?
In the acting world, I don't know. I always liked Nicholas Hoult and Josh Hutcherson. I liked them, and also the films that they were in, because I'm super into like fantasy and like weird stuff like that, like Hunger Games and what other ones? Bridge to Terabithia. I know that's random, but just I loved.
Good random though.
Yeah, I love those type of movies, and they always got parts in that. I just wish I could have been one of them, and hopefully my book Children of Eden will be able to get turned into a movie. And
I know a lot of people are hoping for a movie of that, definitely. I mean, are you already thinking of like casting ideas and where you would want to go with it?
Not casting yet. I mean, I'm still just trying to get a deal.
Obviously, you put yourself in it, though.
Yeah, I wrote the character Ash to kind of be me in a way. So if I got the chance, I would love to play that character.
Yeah. I feel like you have so much going on. I mean, how do you plan out your day? You're vlogging, and then you're writing a book, and then you're creating a TV series. I mean, what's the time management like on that?
Well, I think because it's stuff that I love to do, it doesn't ever feel like work or something that I have to like do. Yeah. I kind of dedicate my whole life to it, which it's kind of sad, but also it's so much fun. So I love my life, and I love spending every moment I can working on projects because it's my passion. But yeah, it's a pretty time-consuming thing. I feel like I'm constantly 24/7.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, is it coffee? Is it Red Bulls? I mean, where are you getting the energy from?
I don't like
it's
coffee.
Just in there. Okay.
I don't like coffee. It makes me shake and poop.
There's that authenticity. Yeah. I love how you just give it straight. I love it. Yeah. As far as maybe a third season, hopefully Escape the Night comes for a third season. Have you already thought of ideas of who YouTubers you'd want to get in there? I'm sure people have reached out to you.
I've seen so many requests for people. Like the season's not even over. I think it was like the first episode. I'm like, have Dan and Phil, have David Dobrik, all these people, like a literal list of like for season 3. It's like, just wait till this season's over.
Yeah, but are there anybody you would definitely want to put in there that you're sure of?
I have so many people that I would love to be in it. It's just tough to get everyone's schedules to align and be available. I'm so happy with this season's cast. It still boggles my mind that I got this like grade of YouTubers to be in the show. So I feel like I'll have to try and top next season. But there's always new up and coming YouTubers that maybe I'll fall in love with and I'll want on the show, because now after 2 seasons, I know what kind of YouTuber I need and who can play into the fantasy. Because I think the most frustrating part is a YouTuber who kind of doesn't give it their all or can't play make believe. So it's finding a YouTuber who can go there in their head and just play with it. Otherwise, we don't get a good show. We don't get the good reactions. Because after all, it is a show. Like, I could have my friends in it, but it's important to pick people who can play at it well.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point. I mean, did you have any of the characters of the cast bring characteristics into the people that they were playing, like Jesse as the prankster and as the outlaw, that sort of thing? I mean, were people sort of bringing things to the table for you as a creator?
Yeah, for sure. I think Liza is a great example. Like, she brought something that I wasn't necessarily expecting. Like, she brought like a good mixture of comedy and seriousness to it, that it was just a perfect mix, and she was just so fun to have on set in general. That, I mean, they all were great. They all like got into it in their own way. Daystorm, for example, like went all the way, and he became the villain of the season. Tyler just gave a lot of those
that
moments.
Perfect reaction shot that you can cut to.
Yeah. So they all gave something great. So I'm really happy.
Yeah, and the mansion that you guys, it was so fantastic. I mean, where'd you guys find that? Where'd you guys actually
Oh
shoot
my
this?
gosh, the location. That was frustrating because we were supposed to actually film at a different one, and the month before filming, we got a call and said that, oh, sorry, you can't film here anymore because the neighbors have complained about like parties and stuff at this location. So we were screwed. We had to quickly last minute find something, and this one popped up and it actually turned out to be better. So it all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Even though I was stressing.
Yeah, what area was it in, and what was the
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, wow, that's fantastic.
Or Bel Air, actually.
What's it like to be like a producer on something, have that call come in and be like, oh, I have to turn this around quick? I mean, were you like...
I mean, even on set, like, while you guys see me on the show, like, I'm probably acting like I'm like super into everything, which I was,
Yeah.
but in the back of my head, I'm like, I knew certain things need to go a certain way to make it right, and when things went wrong, I would get stressed out. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Were there any movies or directors you looked to sort of create the look and the feel of this? I mean, were there any inspirations for it?
No.
Yeah. just up here.
me.
Yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. What's coming up for you next? I mean, obviously you've created a number of series and things like that. I mean, what are you looking to next?
Well, this is ending soon, and then my book, Elites of Eden, which is the second book from Children of Eden, comes out October 3rd.
Yeah.
So
What's in there? I mean, what can people expect from that book? Is a continuation, obviously.
it
of
is.
that
It's a
first.
continuation. I'm hoping to do like a trilogy in this series, so it's the second one. And yeah, it's basically taking off from where the first book ended, but you're also learning about what the elite side of Eden is like. It's basically this man-made city after the humanity's destroyed itself. So yeah, it's just following like what a privileged person in this city is like, and just learning more about Rowan's story and being a second child in a world where you can only have one child per family. So yeah, I'm super excited for people to read it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love your little peek into your husky world. You got a number of dogs, right? I mean, what's it like living with those dogs and in the show?
I miss
They're
them
such
so
characters.
much.
So yeah.
I haven't seen them in a week and a half, and I just miss them. But they're terrible and awesome at the same time. Sometimes they get into trouble, but for the most part, they're just the sweetest dogs, and I love them so much.
What makes you love the husky so much? I mean, what's that
They're
affinity?
so beautiful. They're so beautiful and majestic looking. Like my first dog, Wolf, like I was obsessed with wolves. I have been for a long time, and the name actually came before the dog. Like I knew if I was gonna get a dog, I was
You
gonna
bought
name
like
it
a
Wolf.
dish with Wolf on it, and then you're like,
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I love wolves.
You got to put them in one of your movies or one of your shows. You got to create a wolf show around it.
Oh my God. Maybe in book 3. Yeah.
I wonder, like, as far as your vlog is concerned, I mean, where do you get the decision to sort of like, oh, now this is a perfect vlog, or this is where I'm going to turn on the camera, this is where I'm going to show a peek of my life, you know?
I mean, I post every single day, so it's like, I feel like I'm constantly on. I'm like on YouTube, like searching what other people are doing, getting inspiration. I think that's the best way to go about YouTube is just watch YouTube videos. It will give you your own inspiration to figure out like your own ideas, but also like it doesn't hurt here and there to like copy someone else's idea, but do it in your own way. 'Cause why not?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there any places you want to go or places you want to travel and do it?
Japan. I want to go back to Japan so bad. I went last year for my birthday, and I became obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing country in the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, America.
America's pretty good too. Where are you
but
going?
Japan's better.
So where are you going next? Do you have any other trips planned?
I'm going to Australia for VidCon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, next month.
I mean, what's it like to go to those conferences? And obviously, the fans are so excited to see you there. I mean, I'm sure you have some crazy stories about what to do and what not to do when you're approaching Joey. Why don't you give them the rundown?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, if someone wants to come up to you and they want to be normal, I mean, what do you say? Just be cool.
I mean,
I
think there's always a time and a place where it's respectable. Don't come to my damn house. That's for one.
Has that happened?
Yeah, I find that the most disrespectful. But also just like in public, like I love, oh my God, I saw Ellie Goulding yesterday at Urban Outfitters and I didn't approach her because I was too nervous. So you guys who come up to me or any other YouTubers are brave. Like that takes courage. Like I was too afraid to go say hi to her. But I love it when people come up to me. Yeah, it's just a time and a place. Like if I'm eating or something or having like quality time with my family, then just wait. But if I'm not doing anything, come say hi.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So we have some questions in the audience. We're going to start right there.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're so cute. Hi.
How did you come up with Escape the Night?
How did I come up with it? First of all, thanks for the question. That's very brave of you. I know I wouldn't be able to stand up and ask a question. How did I come up with Escape the Night? Well, it all started because I wanted to do one of those like murder mystery dinners with my friends. Kind of where like a company would come in and like give you each roles and stuff. And then it like grew into like, oh, it'd be cool if I set up cameras. And then I was like, how could I make this bigger and kind of like a Survivor type show and make it more intense? And then it just grew.
Great question.
Thank you.
Okay, next question right there.
Hello, Joseph.
Hello.
So my question is, how do you, and like for season 1 and 2, how did you like prepare for like your role, and how did everyone else prepare, and how did it compare from the first season and the second season?
Well, it's funny because there was a season 1, and we gave everyone in the cast like, here's season 1. If you haven't seen it, just watch it so you know what you're getting yourselves into. I don't think anyone even watched it, to be honest.
You should have had a pop quiz. You should have just given it out.
There was like we like gave it again like before the first episode started filming. And they're like, wow, this show's cool. I'm like, you didn't watch it? How come you said yes? So what was the question?
How are they different?
Oh, how do we
between
prepare? I mean, there is no preparing. It's literally just go with the flow, all live action, unscripted. All they really know is kind of like their character archetype type thing, like Liza being the explorer. Like she had something to fall back on if she ever needed something to talk about or play. Everyone had it. Like, and a reason to be dressed up and to kind of go to this era was kind of the reasoning behind having those archetypes. So yeah, it's just something fun to play with, but really they're just being themselves.
It's great. One last question back there.
Hi.
Hi. When you first started out YouTube, did you ever picture yourself becoming so successful?
Did I ever picture? No, but I think I always hoped, just because I mean, YouTube at the time, I think the most subscribed person was maybe 60,000 subscribers. So that was like, oh my gosh, if I ever got 60,000.
Now you guys are getting like 12 million views on a video. It's incredible.
So yeah, at the time, like things weren't obviously as big as they are now. So I think I just wanted a lot of people to watch my stuff. I mean, you could even make YouTube. You couldn't make money at the time on YouTube. So it all just was, I wanted people to watch me. Not, I want to make as much money as possible. I just want people to see my stuff.
Yeah. Well, guys, you should definitely watch. It's Escape the Night is the show. It's on YouTube Red. And thank you so much for being here, Joey.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Give
This
him a
is
round of
fun.
applause, guys.
Thanks, guys.